about something that I know football fans wanajua. They hear about it every now and then, and perhaps watu hawajuangi the difference inakuanga gani. In football siku hizi kuna hii what we call the football manager and the football head coach. Yeah. Unasikia many times saa zingine sisi huko Kenya ni tuna confuse these two things. Unasikia people just call these guys randomly managers. But job JD, job description yao inakuanga unapata kama Chelsea right now, the guy Liam Rosenia is the Chelsea head coach. Then kuna club nyingine utaenda like Manchester City, Pep Guardiola is the Manchester City manager.
Yeah.
Ateta pia ni manager, right?
Yes, he's a manager
Ateta
as well.
is the Arsenal manager.
Yeah.
So now then, what is the difference between a football manager and a football head coach?
Head coach.
Right?
Yes.
And it's something that I think last week you tried to explain. The difference. What a manager anaenda at what extent and a coach anaenda at what extent. Sindio?
Yeah, basically it's just the JD, that is the job description.
Yes.
Because traditionally just a head coach, basically you focus more on the team, meaning the tactical aspects of the team.
Yes.
So you already have a squad, kazi yako ni kucoach na kuinstill the tactics to the team. That is the extent of your job.
Yeah.
Then you have a manager who still can do the same thing. He will oversee the team, put in tactics na training, oversee training and all that. But at the same time, in the organization, in that football club, has the ability to be involved in conversations around the club. Yeah. The players you sign, he's also involved in that conversation.
The players you sell.
Yeah, players you sell. In terms of the overall strategy and goals of the club, ako in part of that conversation. And I'll give a good example of Klopp. Klopp was a manager. He was kwa coach, ana coach team. Yeah. Anaeka tactics. Yeah. Ako na assistants wake, training, he oversees. And then at the same time, when we want to buy a player, him and the sporting director, watakaa chini waseme this is what I'm looking for, this is what sisi tunataka uangalia huyu player nini. So they ask for his advice in terms of players. He can also suggest, by the way, there's a player I've seen, I think he can suit our style. Yeah, we can bring him in. So in that aspect. And also something else he was also involved in. I remember when Liverpool walikuwa wanajenga their new training facility, that is AXA. Yeah. He was also involved in the design of that training facility. Okamwambia, by the way, I want you give us your thoughts. Unataka hapa ikaje, tuweke nini wapi nini. Then he gave his input. And then now of course, so that it goes beyond the pitch for a manager.
Goes beyond the tactical management of the team.
Yes.
Just the first 11 that the coach always announces every now and then when they are going to play. And of course we know Sir Alex Ferguson was the Manchester United manager. Arsene Wenger was the Arsenal manager, and that is basically the difference. And of course wanasema ya kwamba sometimes if you want to understand more of a football manager, it's more of the head coach plus the sporting director. So if you could go that far. Yeah. But because nowadays you see many clubs didn't have sporting director.
Yeah, it didn't have. Yeah,
because the managers will always take charge.
Yeah, I remember even time ya kina Arsene Wenger, Sir Alex Ferguson. Yeah. They those two roles in one because there wasn't sporting director. It was not very specialized. Yes. So they would oversee that because that's why they are very big figures in clubs. That's why you could see manager kama huyo akitoka, you feel a gap. Yeah. Because they did so many things. Yeah. Yes.
And that's why even now we understand why Reuben Amorim had an issue. Remember, before he left Manchester United, he said he came to Manchester United to become a manager. Yeah. Not a coach. Not a coach. Yeah. So it was very specific. Being a manager would have given him a leeway to what extent he could go, what decisions he could effect at Manchester United. And of course, remember, akitaka kuwa manager, United also had or still have a sporting director in the name of Jason Wilcox, who kind of try to do almost everything. At Chelsea, pia sisi tuko na sporting football directors. Ama sporting directors. And sisi tuko na wawili, by the way.
Have two sporting directors?
Yes, they're called co-sporting directors. So there's one called Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart.
So who does what?
It's a Chelsea thing.
By the way, mko na drama mingi. Hey, Chelsea. you have money to pour around.
Yeah, it's a Chelsea thing.
Yeah, but then again, as you say, these
Yeah.
structures go from club to club.
Yes, they're different.
They are different. Yeah, there are clubs that prefer just having a head coach, and then there are clubs that prefer now having a manager.
True.
But you will see the top 6 teams mainly have managers.
Yes.
Because they sort of understand they also need an input, and then in terms of the resource wise, they have the resources.
Yes.
So they also need an input of a manager to other aspects of the club.
Yeah.
Yes, but again, kuna hizo teams sasa kina nani, kina tuseme Bournemouth, kina I don't know, I think it's Bournemouth, when you need just the head coach.
Yes,
kazi yako tu ni kwa head coach.
So
you don't have a say.
Yeah.
Kuuza player. Yes, wakikuja sporting director akisema by the way naona huyu player can make good money. Yeah, we will sell him,
and I think
and then we'll bring in.
That's why sometimes the modern coaches, some modern managers wanakuwa na problems with clubs because a club that already has a sporting director like Chelsea would have a problem with Enzo Maresca, who want to have a say on the playing, on who to buy, who to sell. Understand?
Yes.
Other than the sporting director sits somewhere anaamua sisi tunataka kuletea huyu and make sure you
work, you work with what we bring.
Yes,
because I think even Liverpool earlier we had a committee before Klopp came in. We had a committee for transfers. So what the committee will do, buy players, because this is a time we went on a rampart, we bought like 5 or 4 players from Southampton. Tukajaza kina Lambert, kina Ricky Lambert,
Sadio
kina
Mane,
nani. That was even before Sadio.
Mane,
Yes. Ricky Lambert and Lallana. There was like 4 of them. So you just buy random players and then you bring in and tell the manager, tumelenunua hawa, figure out wanacheza wapi. Exactly. It brought an issue. So that's why when Klopp came in, okapea Klopp all the power.
Now
we will involve you, whatever you want, you say what you want, then we try and find a middle point. Exactly. Sio kila siku tutakusikia, but sometimes we have to find a middle ground.
Yes. Yeah, so that basically what makes the manager difference between the manager and the coach. Hapa Kenya think tuko tuna coaches.
Yeah, we are not yet there.
We have not reached to a level where you can have a football manager.
Not yet. Because again, as I said, it comes with resources.
Yeah.
As long as there's big money involved, you'll need help. You need somebody who's more knowledgeable on every aspect of a club. But saizi venye we have